At 2 in the morning, in the middle of a snowy night, the boy went out to look for his girlfriend's runaway cat, only to watch every building around him vanish in an instant and a plane crash right in front of him. Even then, he didn't treat any of it as real, convincing himself that his tired mind was playing tricks on him. His calm only broke when something small rolled against his foot, and he looked down to discover that it was his neighbor's head. Everything had started just 5 minutes earlier, when he was relaxing at home and playing video games in a living room covered in pictures of the cat, his girlfriend, and his old life as a Coast Guard. After a long match, he decided he needed a quick break and lit a cigarette near the open window while the cat hopped up beside him to look outside. When he decided to return to sit down, he realized the cat hadn't followed him back in because she had leapt onto a tree branch and wandered off. He tried to push it out of his mind, convincing himself that she wasn't even truly his anymore, since she belonged to his ex. He assumed she would come back eventually, until he saw a small piece of snow land on her nose, making her let out a sharp, loud sound that sent a chill straight through his nerves. Because he was the kind of person who couldn't ignore an animal in trouble, he grabbed his jacket and rushed outside to bring her in before she froze. He raised his voice to call her again, and this time she finally returned to him. However, the noise made his elderly neighbor poke her head out of her window to find out what all the shouting was about. He tried to apologize to her, but she immediately started telling him he should get rid of the cat altogether. Right in the middle of her sentence, disaster struck. A massive explosion rippled through the earth, and when the boy slowly opened his eyes, he saw that every person in every building had vanished. The only thing left was the neighbor's head that had been hanging out of the window frame 1 second earlier. At first, he convinced himself that only the people in his city had been wiped away, but the truth hit him later when he realized that nearly 99% of humanity had already been massacred. Besides them, if he wanted any chance of surviving, he had to enter the underground deadly dungeons built by aliens and fight for his life only for their entertainment.